What comes to mind when you think of predators in the animal kingdom? Maybe lions and tigers, perhaps even a grizzly bear? Most people think of rows of jagged teeth and razor-sharp claws, but you might be surprised to learn that not every hunter looks like the efficient killing machine they actually are. Ready to meet some of the biggest threats roaming the wild? Let's get it on! Giant otter. Famous for their long, slender bodies and stumpy legs, giant otters are often affectionately nicknamed the sausage dogs of the wild, although they're actually technically members of the weasel family. Deep in the South American jungle, giant otters call the deadly Amazon River home. And you'd think this cuddly critter would be vulnerable in such a treacherous environment. Well, you'd be wrong. As their name suggests, the giant otter grows up to 5.5 feet in length, making them too large for any other animals to consider taking on. Even the much larger jaguar and alligator aren't silly enough to mess with them. It's a strange concept, but giant otters are actually apex predators in their environment. Although the giant otter may look adorable and harmless, it has nimble forepaws and sharp teeth for hunting down a variety of large fish, including catfish and even piranhas. And while fish is their preferred meal, if times are tough, giant otters will happily prey on crabs, anacondas, and even caiman. Bigger prey usually requires a team effort, and giant otters will attack in hunting pairs or even large groups if they have to. In addition to the giant otter's hunting prowess, they're also able to build large structures including dens, campsites, and latrine pits. They've got better hygiene than some humans. Honey badger. Looking more like an angry skunk than an apex predator, the honey badger has been gifted with a few unique traits that make it feared amongst animals much larger and much more dangerous. At only 3 feet in length and sporting only modest front claws, the honey badger isn't overly intimidating at first glance. Try and catch one, and you'll start to see why a lot of other animals run in fear. Its first line of defense is its incredibly loose skin that makes it close to impossible for any large predator to get a decent hold. But it's the honey badger's X factor that truly gives this tiny terror its reputation. Anger or scare a honey badger enough and you'll unleash their beast mode, a level of intense ferocity that's honestly quite scary. When threatened, the honey badger will attack as aggressively as it can with no regard for its own life. This tactic is enough to repel even lions and allows the honey badger to prey on smaller animals without having to worry about being bothered by larger predators. Polar bear. Claiming its spot as the most dangerous of the bear family, the polar bear lives in one of the most unforgiving locations on the planet, the Arctic. Sub-zero temperatures and incredibly hostile terrain has forced the polar bear to evolve thick, insulating fur, broad, muscular legs, and an expert sense of smell. Measuring in at over 10 feet in length and weighing over 2,000 pounds, the polar bear is a formidable threat to any animal unlucky enough to stumble into its path. In addition to its huge size, polar bears are also armed with long claws and sharp teeth capable of easily shredding seals, walruses, and whale carcasses with ease. But it's not just the pointy parts of a polar bear that are dangerous. To break open ice sheets, polar bears have been known to pound the ice with enough force to crack open a seal's ice den. Oh, and it's not just the seals that have to be worried. The polar bear is also the only animal over here that's willing to attack the Earth's most powerful apex predator for food, us. Wolverine. No, we haven't added Hugh Jackman to a list of predators. I'm talking, of course, about the ferocious Wolverine, cousin of the weasel and honey badger. Similar to its angry skunk relative, the Wolverine uses its ferocious nature to dominate the wild, but unlike the honey badger, this creature has some serious strength to back up its trash talk. Although the Wolverine rarely surpasses 4 feet in length, it has sharp teeth, a powerful jaw, thick fur, and a stocky frame, and has been known to hold its own against full-size bears. It's because of these traits that the Wolverine is able to take down prey many times larger than itself. This includes caribou, mountain goats, and even moose, which are 20 times bigger than the Wolverine. We're just hoping no one gives them adamantium claws, because then we're doomed. Hippo. An inspiration for body positivity everywhere, the humble hippo can weigh anything from 3,000 to 9,900 pounds. With a barrel-like torso and stumpy legs, hippos barely look like they can even stand up, let alone swim. Yet somehow these chunky beasts are surprisingly fast on both land and in the water. In fact, male hippos have been clocked and running at an intimidating 19 miles per hour. Despite their speed, however, it's rare that hippos ever break into a jog, let alone a sprint. They simply don't ever need to. Who's gonna chase a hippo. Most creatures that big would have a hard time staying above water, but the hippo comes equipped with a thick layer of blubber that helps with buoyancy. This blubber is also a form of fatty armor. Even the sharp teeth of the mighty Nile crocodile can't pierce the hippo's blubber shield. Now, although the hippo is a vegetarian for the most part, they have massive tusks formed by incisors and canine teeth that grow up to 20 inches in length. Incredibly aggressive and territorial beasts, the hippo is feared for taking on some of Africa's most dangerous predators, including crocodiles, rhinos, and even elephants. It's no wonder the hippo is responsible for the deaths of more than 500 people every year in Africa alone. Moto doesn't look so friendly anymore. Leopard seal. The leopard seal is the second largest species of seal in Antarctica and is a truly dangerous threat if you happen to be a penguin. A long and muscular body with large flippers makes the leopard seal a fast and agile swimmer, able to surpass speeds of 20 miles per hour underwater. You're going to want to be fast if you want to eat. Penguins max out at a similar top speed, making the chase pretty interesting. The leopard seal is an apex predator, eating krill, squid, and fish when it's young, but switching to more substantial prey like penguins and elephant seals as it matures. The leopard seal is so powerful and dangerous that only one creature alive would take on this monster of the deep, and he's coming up next. Killer whale. The orca, more commonly known as the killer whale, is a truly dominant species, with no shortage of traits that makes it an apex predator. Despite their nickname, orcas aren't whales at all. Instead, they're the largest members of the dolphin family, which are able to surpass 26 feet in length and weigh up to 6 tons. This makes them larger than the majority of marine animals that could otherwise pose a threat to them. Orcas have excellent eyesight, hearing, and the ability to use echolocation, a skill that allows them to detect prey over an extensive distance. Although killer whales would be more than capable of hunting alone, they instead hunt in packs, allowing them to tackle the largest of animals, including sharks, dolphins, and even full-sized adult whales. And while they're not particularly known for attacking humans, their strength and intelligence should never be underestimated. Mantis. Looking like the most spiritual insect in the animal kingdom, the praying mantis get their nickname from their upright posture and ridiculous bent arms. Mantises primarily prey on insects that are smaller than them, such as flies and mosquitoes, but they've been observed to snack on much larger prey, including frogs and even small birds. These sneaky guys camouflage themselves using their green tinge and wait for something tasty to stray too close. Once the opportunity arises, the mantis will grab its target with its long, spiked arms before eating it alive. While mantises are dangerous predators for small animals and insects, they also need to be wary of each other. After mating, a female will often decapitate its partner and eat it. Not exactly my idea of a romantic night in, but who am I to judge?
Fatality.
Giant trevally. Fish aren't normally known for being dangerous underwater killers. We usually save that title for the sharks, so the giant trevally really is an exception to this rule. Larger than most fish, the giant trevally is able to grow up to 5.5 feet and weigh in at almost 200 pounds. Their size, coupled with the fact that they prefer to hang around in shallow waters, means they have no natural predators. Life is easy when you're an apex predator by default. Their hunting style could be described as lazy yet efficient. Rather than finding their own food, they just tag along with schools of hunting seals and sharks picking off the leftovers. And while the giant trevally prefers a diet of small fish and crustaceans, they've been known to attack flocks of young birds that fall into the water while learning to fly. Komodo Dragon. Despite its name, this mean-looking lizard doesn't have wings or breathe fire, but that doesn't stop it from being an apex predator in its own right. The Komodo dragon is the largest species of lizard in the world, growing up to 10 feet in length and weighing in at 150 pounds, allowing it to truly dominate any other creature it comes across. In addition to sharp teeth and powerfully strong bite, the Komodo dragon also has venomous glands which it uses to incapacitate and kill a smorgasbord of prey, including goats, pigs, deer, and smaller Komodo dragons. This means that oftentimes, a Komodo dragon will only need a single bite to kill an animal much bigger than itself. Thankfully, attacks on humans are rare, with only 24 recorded fatalities ever from Komodo dragon attacks. It turns out the real-life Game of Thrones is just as disappointing as Season 8.